Welcome, everyone, to another One Question, Two Analysts, 3 minutes. I'm Tom Loy with 24/7 Sports alongside Irish Illustrated insider Kevin Sinclair. Kevin, do you believe Notre Dame should start focusing its recruiting efforts more locally rather than nationally and put more emphasis on in-state and in-region prospects?
That's a pretty loaded question. I think, in my overall opinion about Notre Dame's sort of national and local, effort and where they put their resources, I think they do a pretty darn good job there. I like some of the moves they've made in recent years and really focusing on Georgia. I know I did a lot of digging on that, and I really think that that's going to continue to be something that pays off for them. In-state in Indiana, we've seen Notre Dame lose some recruitments that way. We've seen them win some, like Blake Fisher is a good example. I think they do a fairly good job. Where I would like to see Notre Dame focus even more is in the Chicago area. You look at sort of what Notre Dame's dug out of there in recent years, Cole Kmet and Miles Boykin, and now it's, Justin Walters, Riley Mills. I think there's even more that they could be pulling out of the Chicago area. I think that there's a really good set of sort of three-star pool talent they can have a look at there when maybe they're short in certain position groups late in the cycle. So, yeah, I think more focus on the Chicago area is one area I'd like to see. And how about you, Tom?
Yeah, I wouldn't change too much about how they're doing things recruiting wise. I think that the national recruiting is what separates themselves. A lot of schools have no choice but to stay local. They don't have that national brand. You go to anywhere across the country and drop the name Notre Dame, and it's going to make an impact and a positive one at that. So it really is the best of both worlds. Whether you're Notre Dame, you should be able to go to California. You should be able to go to Florida, dip into hotbeds like Texas and Georgia, and basically just recruit with that name brand behind you and have success. But then on the flip side, you should be able to walk down the street somewhere in Indiana, whether you're going to Indianapolis, Fort Wayne, or somewhere that's got some talent and pull that kid from there. Like you mentioned, Blake Fisher. I mean, that no way should that guy leave your state. And really, like a couple years back, a talented wide receiver like Austin Mack that landed at Ohio State, you shouldn't lose that battle, that matchup to Ohio State. But on the same token, Ohio kids shouldn't, leave Ohio State if they have a committable offer there. So, but I really think that the national recruiting is what separates Notre Dame, when comparing it to the likes of a Penn State or a Michigan. I know they do the same thing. They do a great job at that, but it's a little different when it comes to Notre Dame. So I wouldn't change it. I would recruit the local guys extremely hard and push for them, but it's a different animal when it comes to national recruiting. Notre Dame does a great job. So that wraps it up for another One Question, Two Analysts, 3 minutes. For Kevin Sinclair, I'm Tom Loy. Stay locked to irishillustrated.com.